Have you been here long? Or did you just get here?
Waiting.
I haven't been here long, so don't worry. Been waiting long.
If something happens 2 days in a row, it happens one day, and then again on the next day.
Dates.
I was late because 5 buses in a row broke down.
If your plan goes wrong, it doesn't happen as you imagined, possibly with bad consequences.
It's been one of those days when everything goes wrong.
Look, it's too complicated to explain exactly why I'm late. But long story short, my car broke down.
Long story short, everything was a mess. Long story short. Long story short, everything was a mess. Was a mess. Long story short, everything was a mess.
Long story short, I was arrested for speeding.
If a situation is frustrating, it makes you feel like losing your patience.
Rush hour traffic is so frustrating.
Getting a flat tire was so frustrating.
What else could go wrong? What else could go wrong? What else could go wrong?
Is he rubbing his hands together because he's cold, or what?
Let me just check that not again. Let me just Not. Let me just check that not again. Check. That. Let me just check that not again. Not. Again. Let me just check that not again.
The Australian team has won another gold medal. Team won gold. The Australian team has won another gold medal. Won gold. Won. The Australian team has won another gold medal. Another medal. The Australian team has won another gold medal. Tell. Explain. Will the Brazilians win again?
Aren't. Wouldn't.
That was an incredible trick, wasn't it? That was an trick. Was it? That was an incredible trick, wasn't it?
Gather. Gathering.
Look, I'm going to be honest. I've never tried this trick before, and it's not going as planned. Could someone come up on stage to untie me?
He says he was taken inside the UFO, and they did experiments on him. Next, we'll be talking to Hans and Klaus, two gold medalists from the German hockey team. We'll ask how it feels to win the ultimate prize. Maybe the archaeologists haven't dug deep enough.
I don't believe the theory that Atlantis disappeared due to a natural disaster. Archaeologists would have found the evidence.
I wonder which trick she'll do next. I wonder which trick she'll do next. I wonder which trick she'll do next.
My ex's wedding. Eddie and his friend B are at a fancy wedding reception. Eddie leans over to B and whispers,
"Thanks again for coming with me. I thought it would look pathetic if I came to my ex-girlfriend's wedding alone."
Trust me, I understand.
Eddie looks at the bride sadly.
She looks amazing. How could I have broken up with her? We were a great couple.
I remember that relationship, and I think you're only remembering the good times.
Eddie starts crying.
No, Georgia was incredible. I made a huge mistake, and now I'll never find true love again.
Eddie continues crying softly as B lightly touches his shoulder.
Weddings have a weird effect on you.
At the front of the room, the bride stands to give a speech.
I met the groom for the first time while playing golf.
Eddie wipes his tears. With a tissue.
I never understood her obsession with golf. It's the most boring sport.
It is pretty slow.
Yeah, it doesn't even involve running, which is the best part of any sport.
The bride continues with her speech.
We realized we were perfect for each other because we both travel so much.
Eddie looks disappointed as he listens.
That's right. She was constantly traveling. I had Junior, so I couldn't go with her. She never understood that. She never understood me.
As Georgia finishes her speech, the crowd claps. B turns to Eddie.
So do you still think you made the wrong decision with Georgia?
No, I'd rather be with someone who understands me.
Let's get out of here and go for a run.
I'll race you to the car.
Sorry, I had a sudden emergency at work. Thanks for waiting for me.
It's a long story, so I'll explain it to you later. Story. Stormy. Story.
I'm running late. It's kind of a long story.
I couldn't get a hold of you. Held. Hold.
I tried calling but couldn't get a hold of you.
You should have gotten a hold of me sooner. Hold. Held. Hold.
Why are you calling? Aren't you on your way yet?
I'm running late because my car wouldn't start.
The line for coffee was very long, so I'm running late. Running.
Hi, Lisa, it's Ben. I'm on my way, but I'll be late. It's a long story, but I need to borrow about $500 when I arrive.
So, what caused the sudden change?
Answer your phone, Hans. Why can't I get a hold of you? You promised me you were on your way, but now you're running an hour late.
The sudden rain made the roads flood.
I didn't mean to keep you waiting.
Sorry to keep you waiting. Sorry.
I finally found it beneath a pile of books.
I'm sorry to make you wait for me. Story. Sorry.
I was gossiping with the neighbor and I lost track of time.
I hope I haven't kept you waiting for a long time. Waiting. Waited. Waiting.
Sorry to have missed out on the movie. Losing track of time is not a valid excuse, Kevin. Trick. Track.
Yikes! Did you trip over a cat while putting on your makeup?
My kid hid my keys beneath a pile of magazines. Believe. Beneath.
I lost track of time.
My bike got trapped beneath some heavy boxes. Believe. Beneath.
I tripped over my daughter's toy.
I told you I was going to trip over that box.
I tripped over a chair. I tripped over a chair.
I don't understand why there are so many potholes on the road. I don't understand why there are so many potholes on the road. Potholes. Potholes. Potholes.
What's that dark liquid leaking from my car? Leaking. Liking. Leaking.
I hit an enormous pothole, and my wheel fell off.
You won't believe this, but my car started leaking oil. Liking. Leaking.
That pothole made me spill my coffee all over the dashboard.
A fallen tree was blocking the road. Blocking.
I was trying to avoid a giant pothole.
My car was being washed by my brother, so I had to wait for it. Buying. Being.
The road was being blocked by construction vehicles.
My car was leaking oil, so I had to fix it. Liking. Leaking.
I called you while my car was being washed.
It's a long story. My car was leaking oil, so I had to get a hold of a mechanic. Then, while it was being fixed, I lost my car keys.
There was a protest downtown, so some streets were blocked.
While the car was being driven by my son, a bunch of red lights appeared on the dashboard. As a result, we took it to get looked at.
The key was on the dashboard.
The train tracks were being repaired, so we were delayed.
Then I realized I was being pulled over by the being.
My car was making a weird noise, so I had to pull over.
I got stuck at the train tracks for an hour. Tax. Tracks.
The motor just stopped working.
I hit the wrong pedal and my car went through a wall. Pedal.
As I was driving over the train tracks, the car's motor stopped. I had to push the car off the tracks just before the train passed. While I was being pulled over by the police, I accidentally pressed the wrong pedal and went faster instead of slower, so they arrested me.
Were. Being.
The motor sounded weird when I stepped on the pedal.
Being.
The mechanic said there was a problem with the motor.
I panicked when I realized that my brake pedal was broken. Getting caught in traffic was very frustrating. I was so annoyed.
I should have known it would all go wrong. Grow. Go.
I just had so many problems in a row.
It was all a silly joke that went wrong. Went.
Long story short, whatever could go wrong did go wrong.
So many things went wrong this morning. So many things. 5 times in a row. Grow. Row.
Have you been here long? Or did you just get here?
It rained 6 days in a row, so the town was flooded. Grow. Row.
So long story short, the car is parked on the side of the highway. It's out of gas, and the tires are flat. I'm really sorry that I'm late.
Used. Use.
That must have been really frustrating.
Fixed. Fix.
Trying to find a parking spot was so frustrating.
Long story short, I had a really busy day.
For this trick, I need 2 brave volunteers.
She's got to be in her 50s, but she looks much younger. She's got to be in her 50s, but she looks much younger. She's got to be in her 50s, but she looks much younger.
I didn't mean to gasp so loud.
I bet you get compliments all the time. I bet you get compliments all the time.
How did you know the precise location of my playing card?
It seems improbable that either of us will ever get to travel in a spaceship, but maybe our children or grandchildren will.
May. Who?
While the magician was making a rabbit appear from his hat, the rabbit bit his finger. Everyone gasped. That looked extremely painful. May.
Well, I must say, this is a very good crowd. Now, for my first trick, I'd like to cut one of you in half. May I ask for a brave volunteer?
To break.
The athletes who won are approaching the podium now.
The ancient wonders could have been made by aliens.
The little green creatures he saw could only have been aliens.